So Nanda is building a quilt in a post-AI world for the agentic web. And we want you to think about, billions, maybe trillions of AI agents on a road trip, kind of navigating, communicating, socializing, learning, earning, and transacting, sometimes on our behalf, but sometimes autonomously. In that world, I think it will be good to think about an analogy with, how the telecom ecosystem has moved. When we had landline phones, the phones were reachable, at the same exact location through wires. But as companies and big organizations started having switchboards and extension numbers, not everybody needed a phone number that listed in the white pages. Similarly, the new agent registries will have the federation, and you just need a front desk. So, all the agents inside a company don't have to reveal who they are. And then finally, as phones move to mobile phones, the endpoints are switching all the time. Today I'm here in Boston. Tomorrow I could be in Singapore. And your phone should be able to call my phone no matter where we are. So the fact that we have to continuously change the endpoints, brings in new challenges. So I think the agentic web is more like the mobile phones, where things are changing very rapidly, as opposed to the landline phones, which is how the websites work today with fixed endpoints. And that's why the roadmap for Project Nanda is very long, thinking about privacy, machine learning, knowledge pricing, and so on. But in the very short term, we are focusing on the index, a federation of registries. And we'll talk more about that. And the way we are working on all these efforts is by bringing in many scientists, many researchers, many engineers, many policy folks from many companies, many organizations, many universities, and so on. If you're interested in writing papers with us, working on intellectual conversations about this, very nuanced, we meet 2 times a week. We'll give you some instructions in about 1 hour for that. And also to make this as neutral as possible, even the Nanda Index is hosted at 15 different universities across the world. And as I said, starting in about 40 minutes, we'll be showing you, all the reference implementation, the code, walk you through the website, and so on. I really want to thank, all the organizations that are funding us, partnering with us, co-authoring with us, and we welcome all of you to join that as well. Later on, we'll show you how A2A, HTTP, MCP, and LWeb all can be thought of as an extension of an agent. And as I said, the roadmap for Project Nanda, building kind of a agentic web, is thinking about all these components that you see on the screen. Of course, the stuff on the right, which is agent creation, how to ingest data, how to use compute, is sufficiently well understood. But if you look at the left side, especially things in orange, foundation, trust, communication, transaction, are the things that will be the infrastructure for the agentic web. In addition to that, there are marketplaces and applications. So we think there are about 7 choke points that we need to solve. And also we need to make them that are open and vibrant. We are hearing a lot about communication, which is through A2A and MCP. These are very important components, nevertheless, a very tiny piece of the big puzzle. So over the next several years, here at MIT and at Project Nanda, we're working with many partners to build out this roadmap. And as I said earlier, unlike landlines, we want to think like mobile phones. Websites are more like landlines, and agents are more like mobile phones. They have edge ML, they're edge AI, they're mobile, they're bidirectional, and so on. So this brings in all kinds of issues. And so a registry, somebody could think about registry like MCP registry is thinking about, just a centralized registry that lists all the different agents and all the different tools, but we don't think that's scalable. The other approach would be some kind of a decentralized solution, but it has the issue that it could get re-centralized. And finally, we think a hybrid solution, which is the Nanda quilt, is a good compromise between the two. So Nanda Index is a lightweight central index that routes requests from relevant local registries, avoiding full centralization. Nevertheless, every organization can host their own agent registries, in a decentralized way. So for us, agents is every one of these things: compute, data, tools, MCP servers, NL web servers. For all of these, we think them as just agents, and we want to create a universal access, as you will see in about 40 minutes from now. So with that, Let me invite Piyush Agrawal from Deloitte to share some of his thoughts. And Piyush, while you're coming up on video, I would love to show something. So Piyush, you can come